No, nobody should be mad. He should enjoy himself, brother, before he go to jail.
He was about 12, 11, 12. He couldn't go with me when I go to the club, right? So Jim was outside the club, on the street, dancing for this nigga in a truck. This nigga has been scarred ever since.
Exactly. I felt like there's other people who could look up and look at my situation and how I handled it, and maybe that they can use what Bow Wow did and implement that into their real life, and maybe that they can gain the courage to finally get over that. Yeah, man, it was a rough little ride, man. As a kid, I told my mama, man, I never want to go back over there again. I never want to see that in my life. I'm cool.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the pen. You ask me, baby.
Girl, let me tell you about the tea that's brewing in the hip-hop world right now. Bow Wow just dropped a bomb that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. He's saying some wild stuff about Diddy and Jermaine Dupri that's gonna shake things up for real. Now, if you don't know who these players are, let me break it down. Bow Wow's been in the game since he was a kid. Diddy's basically hip-hop royalty. And Jermaine Dupri? He's been making hits for decades. These guys go way back. But what Bow Wow's saying now? It's about to turn their whole history upside down. The streets are saying this could change everything we thought we knew about these music moguls. But here's what I'm dying to know. What exactly did Bow Wow reveal that's got everyone talking? Stick around, because we're about to spill all the tea. Alright, so picture this. Bow Wow's on Instagram Live, just chilling with his fans, when suddenly he drops this bombshell that's got the whole internet shook. He starts talking about his early days in the industry, and girl, the tea is scalding hot. So Bow Wow, he's not holding back. He's saying that when he was just a young pup in the game, Diddy and Jermaine Dupri were passing him around like he was some kind of industry football. Now, before you go thinking all kinds of crazy things, let's break down what he actually said. Bow Wow's exact words were, "They were passing me around like I was community property." Chili, can you believe it? He's talking about two of the biggest names in hip-hop treating him like he's just another asset in their empire. It's wild, right? Now, when he says passing around, what does that even mean? That's what everyone's trying to figure out. Could be about business deals. Could be about performances. Could be about it. Well, who knows? Bow Wow's leaving it open to interpretation. And you know how the rumor mill loves to spin. But here's the thing. Bow Wow ain't some newbie who just showed up on the scene. He's been in this game since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. We're talking about a kid who was rapping with Snoop Dogg when he was just 6 years old. So when he says something like this, it carries weight. Think about it. Bow Wow's been around Diddy and Jermaine Dupri for most of his life. These guys were like father figures to him in the industry. Jermaine Dupri discovered him, for crying out loud, and Diddy? Well, we all know Diddy's got his fingers in every pie in the music biz. So for Bow Wow to come out and say this now, it's like he's taking a wrecking ball to everything we thought we knew about his relationships with these guys. It's not just spilling tea, it's dumping the whole dang teapot. And you gotta wonder, what made him decide to speak up now? What's changed that he's willing to put it all out there like this? It's got people speculating all kinds of things about what might have gone down behind the scenes all these years. The emotional weight of this accusation is heavy, y'all. We're talking about a kid who grew up in the spotlight, mentored by these industry giants. And now he's saying they were treating him like a chess piece on their board? That's gotta hurt it. But here's where it gets really interesting. This ain't just about Bow Wow airing out his personal grievances. Now, this could have some serious ripple effects in the industry. We're talking about two of the most powerful men in hip-hop being accused of some pretty shady behavior. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Bow Wow's big reveal. We're talking about relationships that go way back, like ancient history in the fast-moving world of hip-hop. Bow Wow, Diddy, and Jermaine Dupri. These names have been linked for decades, and girl, it's a complicated web. So picture this little Bow Wow, just a kid with big dreams. Gets discovered by Jermaine Dupri, GD takes him under his wing, makes him a star. Fast forward a few years, and Diddy's in the mix too. On the surface, they look like a dream team. But now Bow Wow's saying it was more like a nightmare. Bow Wow's dropping bombs about being passed around between these two music moguls. He's talking about feeling like he was just a pawn in their game. Now, he didn't come right out and say exactly what went down, but the streets are talking, and they're saying it wasn't just about making music. Let's rewind a bit. Back in the day, Bow Wow was the golden child of hip-hop. He had hits, he had swag, he had it all. Jermaine Dupri was like a father figure teaching him the ropes. Then Diddy came into the picture, all flashy and powerful. It seemed like Bow Wow had it made with these two heavy hitters in his corner. But here's the thing, the music industry ain't all glitz and glamour. It's got a dark side, especially for child stars, think about it. You've got these grown men with all the power, all the connections, and then there's this kid who's just trying to make it big. The power dynamic is all kinds of messed up. Now, Bow Wow's not the first to hint at shady stuff going down in the industry. But he's one of the few who's naming names. And these ain't just any names, we're talking about two of the biggest players in the game. Looking back, there were signs that things weren't all rosy. Remember when Bow Wow left So Def? People were scratching their heads, wondering why he'd leave the label that made him a star. Now we might be getting some answers. But it's not just about the past. This revelation is making folks look at Diddy and Jermaine Dupri's whole careers differently. How many other young artists might have similar stories? The streets are buzzing with speculation, but here's the kicker. Bow Wow's accusations aren't coming out of nowhere. There's been whispers and rumors for years about how young talent gets treated in the industry. It's like an open secret that nobody wants to talk about, until now. So what does all this mean for the hip-hop world? It's like a bomb went off, and everyone's waiting to see where the pieces fall. Will other artists come forward with their stories? Are Diddy and Jermaine Dupri gonna respond? The whole industry's holding its breath. And let's not forget, this ain't just about the big names. It's about all those young artists out there right now, dreaming of making it big. Bow Wow's story is making people ask some hard questions about what really goes on behind the scenes. Girl, let me tell you, Bow Wow's revelation has hit the industry like a tsunami. The aftermath? It's messier than a toddler with finger paint. So far, Diddy and Jermaine Dupri are keeping their lips sealed tighter than a drum, not a peep from their camps. It's like they're playing musical chairs with their PR teams, waiting to see who's left standing when the music stops. But the rest of the industry, Chili, they're not staying quiet. Some big names are speaking out, and it's getting real. T.I., who's no stranger to controversy himself, jumped on social media saying, this industry can be a shark tank. We gotta protect our young artists. Now, he didn't name names, but we all know who he's talking about. And get this, Charlemagne the God, never one to hold his tongue, went on air saying, if what Bow Wow's saying is true, we need to have a serious conversation about power dynamics in hip-hop. He's got a point, right? Now let's talk about the fans. Social media is blowing up faster than a microwave burrito. The hashtag Bow Wow Speaks is trending, and people are taking sides quicker than you can say so deaf. Some fans are rallying behind Bow Wow, calling him brave for speaking out. Others? They're skeptical, wondering why he's spilling the tea now after all these years. It's like a Twitter war zone out there. But here's the tea that's really got people talking. What does this mean for everyone's careers? Bow Wow's been out of the spotlight for a minute, but this could put him back on the map in a big way. Whether that's good or bad, only time will tell. As for Diddy and Jermaine Dupri, girl, their legacies are on the line. We're talking about two men who've shaped hip-hop for decades. If these allegations stick, it could be game over for them. We've seen it before. Just look at what happened to R. Kelly when the truth came out. And let's not forget the legal side of things. If Bow Wow decides to take this to court, we could be looking at a case that makes the OJ trial look like small claims court. The music industry's dirty laundry would be aired out for everyone to see. But you know what? This isn't just about Bow Wow, Diddy, and Jermaine Dupri. This is bigger than them. It's about the whole hip-hop industry and how it treats young talent. For years, we've been hearing whispers about the dark side of the music biz. Now those whispers are turning into shouts. Think about it. How many other young artists might have similar stories? How many kept quiet because they were scared of ruining their careers? Bow Wow's revelation could be the key that unlocks Pandora's box. This could change everything we thought we knew about the hip-hop industry. The glitz, the glamour, the bling, it might all be hiding some ugly truths. And now that Bow Wow's opened the floodgates, who knows what other secrets might come pouring out? Girl, this Bow Wow drama is shaking up the whole industry. We're talking career-ending stuff here. Diddy and Jermaine Dupri. Their legacies are on thin ice, and Bow Wow. He might have just burned some major bridges, but he's also got people calling him brave. The streets are saying this could be just the tip of the iceberg. How many other artists out there have similar stories? This scandal's got everyone asking, is it time for a major cleanup in the music biz? Can we trust these big-name producers with young talent anymore? It's like the whole game's changed overnight.